What's going on, WWE 2K Games community or call community or whatever the hell people call it nowadays? For those of you who know me as Malachi, I guess we can go by that as well, or we can go by Mr. Malachi 360. It doesn't matter. Anyway, welcome to the Wrestling Undercove podcast. I'm being joined by some of you may know him as 50 Shades of Rican, or Uncle Rican, or Papa Rican, or Big Papa Pump Rican, or whatever type of Rican, the Rican God. Christopher T. Rosa, how you doing?
No good. What's up?
Alrighty, alright, that's good. I'm gonna just a little heads up before we begin. You're gonna hear honest opinions. I'm gonna probably do this with both superstars and female wrestlers, diva wrestlers, whatever you want to call them. I know they preferably prefer to call women wrestlers, so I guess we could just say women wrestlers or divas. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you're going to expect honesty. You're gonna expect opinions and critiques, yada yada yada. Forewarning: if you do not like what you are gonna hear, click off the video. That's all I gotta say. If you stay and watch this video, that's your own damn fault. But in other words, let's begin with the podcast. First off, I'm gonna ask you this personal question. What are your personal thoughts on somewhat the superstar side here on the Xbox? Because we already know the Divas, they're holding this side together. They're keeping this side intact and stuff like that. And that's a good thing with the content they release, from independent matches to TKS to UAW, I believe, and so on and so forth. But what are your thoughts on like the superstar side in general? What do you feel as if are some of its pros and cons and stuff like that?
Alright. First, let me get this out of the way. I know people are gonna say, "Oh my God, here we go, a trend of podcasts." It's like podcast is a regular thing in this community, so I don't want to hear it.
All right.
And about your question, superstars are lacking. We can do spots, we can recreate these indie matches, we can do all that. It's like nowadays sim is easy. The game has made it easier. Maybe 2K18 shit. Even the computer's gonna sim better than most of us. But what the Divas or women wrestler has is that they are very in tone with, or like, storytelling. They love storytelling, and really it excels. Yeah, you can go to CTO and you'll see storytelling from another level. It's like I learned about storytelling and psychology from Darren and Ryan. It's like I play with them. They always tell me their ideas, and like I came into that, and like I started to involve myself more into it. And that, honestly, guys who are trying to start up in Xbox, there's a loads of guys trying to like put in the work. It's not just doing spots and all that. Because I remember I even told you, like, yo, you should involve a little bit more psychology in your matches. That was the whole final test shit was about. And I like that. People really did like the match. You and me did. And involve more storytelling into that match. Yo, get me involved into it.
Exactly. Like, from my personal opinion, I feel as if, yes, the superstar side is kind of lacking here. There are a couple of people who do put in the work, a couple of people who don't really put in the work, some people who are probably just there to be there, and so on and so forth. And I was talking to a couple of people about this and so on and so forth. They feel as if, oh, hey, some things have got to change, some people have got to step up. Like, I remember, I believe I was talking to Ace Falcon, or I believe I was talking to Kid Gucci or Trey or whatever you want to go by, or Camila, and he was asking on Twitter exactly what should I do to change up, or what should I switch up, or what should I do differently, and so on and so forth. And I messaged him. I told him branch out a little more. I mean, like, because I know some people are dedicated to like one league because they don't have like somewhat the time and effort to do something else, because, you know, it's a hassle just to already record, edit, and send in your matches and stuff like that. But personally, in my opinion, I feel as if like Trey has a lot to prove as in the current position he's in, because he was the former world champion of CTO at the time, and now I guess you could say he's like somewhat in the position of, hey, he has a chance to like get in there with the big boys. He might say that he's one of the big boys nowadays, but that's him. That's just, you know, him being in character and stuff like that. But yeah, personally, I feel as if people should branch out more, you know, expand their horizons to a lot newer and different things besides just one place. I mean, like, take me for example. I'm low key bored all the damn time, and I just want to do matches with different type of people because I want to expand my horizons to newer and upcoming talent and stuff like that. For example, like Rays, Jason Defiance, JTD, Aaron Silvers, Colton, Mike Watts, Dalton, anybody else who I may have forgotten to mention. But yeah, I want to expand my horizons to newer talent. I want to see those newer talent get up there and, you know, get recognized and see what they can do and see what they have to prove and stuff like that, because now it's a rare opportunity for superstars, because superstars, like I said, like you said, the superstar side is a bit lacking here on Xbox, and I feel as if something can happen. The Divas are the reason, and I'm going to say this right now, and I'm probably going to get heat for that, which I honestly couldn't care. The Divas are the reason why this Xbox side is still even important, because these Divas, they know what they're doing. They know how to do storytelling. They know how to do psychology. Why you think matches like Camila versus Vixen in the, what was it, a dungeon match? I know it was an Elimination Chamber. I totally forgot the name of it. I think it's just a call.
Oh yeah, that, I know which match. Yeah. The one at Redemption, right?
Yeah, the one at Redemption, the dungeon match. I think that's what it's called.
That was a great match.
Yeah, that was match of the night, hands down. And so on and so forth. I need to go back and watch it, because like I think I passed out during that time. I have a tendency to like fall asleep really early. Not I'm saying, when I say that, I mean like as in the terms of I barely get enough sleep as it is, because, you know, schoolwork and stuff like that.
I know what you're talking about, because this. All right. First of all, let's go back to what you're talking to Trey. Actually, Trey really does know how to school. Like that. Like I've been talking, especially Aaron Ballmer. Aaron Ballmer. Aaron level when it comes to that shit, like really creative. And yeah, you said about something about you fell asleep. Honestly, I'm a guy that tends to watch the matches, got me interested first, and then I'll go back to watching the rest. Because let's say Divomania, we already said Divas are the most, or right now are the A team in Xbox.
Exactly, that's the reason why this side is still intact.
You gotta understand, it's 5 hours.
Well, I don't mind. I mean, I could sit for something that's long. It's just the fact of like, I was really like, for example, now when I said I fell asleep, I don't mean that in a term as if, oh hey, I'm trying to be offending anybody or anything. I mean like I was really tired on that day, because note, I did have to get up early. I went to the gym on that day. I got back, did some schoolwork, and I passed out. I barely get enough sleep as it is, because I'm a guy who stays up late, but. Another good example is Ignite. I didn't get to watch the main event, and I didn't get a chance to watch the Divas match. I heard Jin and Ashba killed it in that Divas match, and I would really need to go back and watch that and stuff like that. And I need to go back and watch that main event. Exactly.
Jin doing so much. So those are the type of guys that like, well, they reinvent themselves and they flourish. Like Jin.
Exactly. I remember. I remember at the time Jin or Panko or whatever you want to go know him by. I remember at the time Panko wasn't really all that good. No offense, but then ever since the Jin character came into play, it's just like he's been out there. Like he's evolved. He's expanded his horizons and gotten a whole lot better and stuff like that. Another good example is I wouldn't really say JTD's bad, because the first time I fought JTD, he was really good. Really good, and I actually enjoyed the shit out of that match, the first one and the second.
You want to know something cool?
Mm-hmm.
JTD was one of the reasons why I was interested in like buying WWE and like Xbox, because and be honest, PlayStation like guys sitting there year round. Like since the game come around, they're always in that doing matches. Like Joshua Phoenix always does matches. Amir, I know Scarlett's over there. He's always down to do matches. Like there comes a time in the late stage of the game. It's like, all right, we've done everything. We're tired. We don't want to play.
Exactly.
Like for me, it's like a perfect window to jump on Xbox. It's like, all right, I want to jump here and see what else I can play with. Like I play with JTD. It's like, holy shit, where this guy been all my life? Then I see my boy Ray's as language barrier, guys. If I pronounce it wrong.
Chuck is another good talent that I forgot to mention. Like I remember when at the time he was what was it, CBH? Oh yeah, he was CBH. At the time he was CBH, and I remember throwing him into a match right off the bat against Amadeus on that one episode of RWF. If none of you know what I'm talking about, I'm probably gonna show a little clip of it in a few minutes. But yeah, I threw Reyes into the match, and the match was good. The only thing was, it was just that one little botch where I had to make one edit, and that was it. But then, like, he stopped being CBH, he became CJ Bryant. Now, CJ Bryant, the character was interesting, all that, but, and I guess because I was talking to Sean about what are your thoughts on Sean O'Reilly. I was talking to Sean, what are your thoughts on CJ Bryant? He said the character, he likes person behind the character, he's good. Not disrespecting his ability. It's just that I guess it was just a look of CBH in general, because I remember at the time he looked one way because he had the cheetah print and stuff like that, and then he went from not having the hair to like this one-legged tight, or tights, one-legged tight, like one side looked like trunks, the other side looked like just tights in general and stuff like that, and then it's just like the look of the character could have been a little bit better. But then when he became Reyes, that's where it literally, like, that's where the attention.
Yeah, he connects better with Reyes. Like that used to that happened to me back. Like that's why I'm not Leon Smith anymore. Like, I came to be with my own personal self. What I envisioned I would be if I were a wrestler, what I was called, not fucking Puerto Rican and short. But now I connect so better with this version than with Leon Smith. And yeah, that's what happened with. He wasn't bad with CJ Bryant, but he's so good at being Reyes.
When I fought Reyes, Reyes was like, I enjoyed that match with Reyes because it was like fighting. Personally, when I say fight like a big guy, like for example, Reyes, Brody, you, I like that whole feel of, oh hey, this guy's kicking my ass throughout the entirety of the match. It kind of brings me back to the whole being the underdog. Because like Reyes was like, his offense was unorthodox, which made it interesting and stuff like that, and it just told the story of, oh hey, this is a really dominant big man. He's displaying the dominance, the brutality, and stuff like that. It brought me back to those matches where I would fight you or Brody and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I feel as if the whole becoming Reyes thing was a big breakout for Chuck, and it really helped out in the long run.
Very little people like can actually, all right, if they say your main call is a submissionist or a high flyer or a little bit of both. Do a side call that's like a big heavyweight, and you want to play with him because you just made him. You got all that, and you think, all right, maybe I can connect with both. You're always gonna be like a little better with the other one. Like only a small percentage. People like Josh Phoenix, like he has that bright star character. He does a heavyweight. He's really good with, and he got Joshua Phoenix, a fast, more fast. And everybody knows how good he is.
Now, I'm gonna move on to the next because we've been talking about superstars for like the past couple minutes. Let's talk about the Xbox One Divas. This is where it's gonna get. I feel like I already know so much. I feel like I already know the outcome of some of these things. I mean, like, never get me wrong. There are so many good divas on this side on Xbox One. There are so many good divas on the PS4 side, and so on and so forth. But like, personally, when you take a look at the divas here on this side, it's this thing is like, personally, the term of like, when it comes to divas matches, because like, remember, one of my favorite events, definitely one of the Diva Mania things and stuff like that. Diva Mania, Diva Slam. I think Diva Rumble and what was it, Diva Geddon? I think that's what they called it, Diva Geddon.
Yeah, that never happened. It was Diva Slam, Diva Mania.
Yeah,
Diva Mania again.
Diva Geddon and someone's gonna probably correct me on this. I think it's Diva Rumble or Diva Geddon, probably Rumble, because I heard.
Got canceled.
Yeah, I heard it got canceled because like it was like someone like it didn't go out well, or they just didn't find the motivation to do it. Maybe that was just me. I don't know the full story behind it. But personally, my favorite events from the Divas point of view from Xbox would have to be either Diva Slam, Diva Mania, and from the PS4 side, the New Age Horizons Women's Classic. Oh, well, overall, one of the best damn Diva things. This is not me kissing ass. This is just me giving my honest opinion about it. This is like, because the Women's Classic just back-to-back good matches from non-star, especially that main event with Katja and Rachel.
I mean, it's Rachel.
Yeah, I know it's Rachel. Yeah, I know she's good. I know Katja's good
Hey,
too.
Katja. I mean, Katja. All right, Katja went from like a blown out, like oh shit, like she is like she and Rachel are like oh my, the next level. It's like everybody wants to watch their matches and all that. But
yeah.
I can't praise them enough, especially Katja. Can't praise her enough.
Yeah, I know. I remember she went from being on Fortune to like breaking out to like one of the most talked about divas on this side of the community and stuff like that. She really broke out. Last year, I believe. I think maybe mostly. This year and like a little bit last year. But yeah, I'm gonna direct my attention to some other divas. Like I'm not gonna focus on the main ones. I'm gonna focus on the ones that either are not really used as much, or some of the names that may have been something, but people somewhat not really talked about in a bit. Remember Morgan Rivera?
Okay, but Morgan Rivera, yeah, she had a BDG match though.
Yeah, with Alexa Love. I need to watch that again. Because
It
that
was
was
good.
another match. That was another match I never got to watch because I didn't have the time to. But I guess like the character behind the idea behind Morgan Rivera, and I find it interesting because this is like the one diva that literally is like, I guess you could say batshit crazy, because like, hey, she's sitting there swearing her ass off and sitting there going off on people and stuff like that, which made it interesting and something that I was really invested to. And I'm hoping that they use her for season 4 of CTL. Because I remember her being on Fortune, like, all of a sudden, like, I guess she, like, somewhat disappeared. Because I remember her going to BDG, her doing something with BDG, and then, like, I think something with the canceling of the women's roster but I think they're bringing it back.
I mean, to be honest, when we're talking about divas, you got TKS, you got the CTO divas, you got BGB divas, like. Basically, like the divas are freaking going. I think the way shit are going with shows slowly dying out, or like not that. I mean, I know Shocks is doing Future constantly, WTW doing it constantly. Darren, I understand Darren not doing BDG like at that level, because he actually puts a lot of time into editing. He has to think things through. It's like people leave, me included. Like I'll take the blame for it. Yeah, it's not his fault. Shit, he tries his best he can, and BDG is a good product.
Exactly.
I mean BGD. I'm sorry, BGD is a good product. Like, I think I said BGB, but
BGB.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching BGB.
They're good. They got great divas there.
Yeah, I didn't really. I
You were
didn't
saying
really
something
get the.
about the divas,
sorry.
about the whole divas thing, and again with the superstars, whatever we say,
Some
it
people
makes
are
us, it makes the rookies or all superstars there like, yo. The only thing I can say is about the divas and the women is like, well,
They
y'all
already know
superstars
how
need to catch up.
They know how to handle their shit. The divas. They know how to do their shit. I mean, like sometimes they can be on the same page. Sometimes they can not be on the same page. Some people may have their agreements and disagreements and stuff like that. But you gotta, it's to be expected. Because not everybody shares the same ideas or the same interest as others do in the community. But yeah, it's to be expected. When it comes to the divas, they get their shit. They get their shit done. But
It's like when
superstar-
the superstars are lacking.
like
Just
something-
because of that
like
one
something-
factor, they don't want to work. I've seen so many rookies. Like, I've seen rookies that play with me every day just because they want to know what I can better at. Like, I like that. It's like I like teaching a guy. Like I taught you a bit of the basics and then you flourish. I teach somebody basics, maybe they'll turn out to be somebody big. It's like I like that feeling. But when it comes to guys that I don't know, it's like they don't like simming, but they want to be in an important role. It makes no sense to me. It's like
No.
literally
No.
that makes no sense to me.
The thing is, I noticed that some superstars on like certain rosters, for example CTO, like I noticed how there's like a couple of talents who are there, they just haven't really done anything. Like good example is Danny Harris, because like I remember the triple threat. I will always say that I never liked that triple threat at Redemption, because like I feel like you got the two equations. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. I'm just giving my honest opinion and stuff like that. And I know people aren't gonna take that well. And some people are going to take that well, but like I said before, hey, you're going to expect honest opinions, you're going to expect people's opinions about certain things, and if you don't like what you hear, the X button right there on the tab is right there. I'm just saying, but
I mean,
you
had a match. You had that match, and that match was so controversial because, all right, you have a reputation of doing good matches, and you have Logan, which is my brother, which would, if he actually wants to do a match and if he's actually like invested in a match, he can put a great match. He's my brother. He got this on lockdown. Then you got Danny Harris, which he is good. But if you want to be honest, I feel like y'all two didn't give him a chance, because I saw a lot of offense between you two. I did not see a lot of offense from him. The match was very poorly edited. I don't know, some people say it was you who edited, some people say it was Logan, some people say it was Trey. I don't know who edited that match, but y'all needed to y'all really had to edit that match, because triple threat match only makes sense. It's not gonna make a lot of sense if somebody's standing outside just watching somebody do a pin. You understand? I saw that scene. I'm
sorry. I got back because like something happened with my dog. There's gonna be so many damn interruptions probably in this podcast, but yeah, I can somewhat get where you're coming from. Because I heard kind of partially what you said.
But I feel like you and Logan didn't really give him a chance.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Logan, my brother. You are my close friend, and I don't talk to Danny that much, but I heard from all three sides. It's like, honestly, he either didn't keep up with you two, or you two did not like give him a little bit of space.
Like, there were at times where I'll admit I was a little bit anxious myself, for example, that missed springboard move, because I thought to myself, oh, hey, I can break up the comeback. But it goes to show you can't do that and stuff like that. But then there were other times where it seemed like, oh, hey. Some parts where like Danny was like quick to do something, or seemed a little bit tempted to try to like do something out. For example, the suicide dive. Personally, what I was aiming for, I wanted to take them both out. But considering the fact that this is 2K, and considering the fact that we're gonna buy the next game, even though it probably might be crap, game makes me just take out Logan instead. So then after I do a taunt, Danny is quick to punch me and stuff like that, which kind of ruined it a little bit and stuff like that. But I personally feel like, yeah, we could have given Danny more control a little bit in that matchup, because what we were trying to do, we were trying to aim for the whole so-and-so's outside in the ring trying to recuperate while the other two are fighting in the ring and stuff like that. And yeah. Personally, it wasn't our best match. But I feel as if I can learn from that. I feel as if maybe Danny can learn from that and get a little better. And stuff like that.
I mean, I got faith. Like, if anybody actually tries to at least have a few matches, maybe one match a day. If you watch wrestling, if you like a certain superstar, you want to imitate his style, maybe you can like get a little bit experience from that. But in a recorded match where everybody just talks shit, I was one of these guys. Like,
oh my god!
Oh my god! Nigga,
no, my dog threw up. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh my god. Sam. Oh Jesus Christ! I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Give me a second. This is really the worst thing I had to clean up. Oh my god.
God damn, man.
One eternity later.
Oh my god, it's so nasty. It's all white. It's all white foamy. Look like, I don't know. Look like that.
I do not need to know this.
Many months later.
Ew, it's all sticky. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to probably cut this out, put this in the blooper sauce. Okay, I'm back.
Are you gonna edit that, or do we want to start?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to edit that. Just,
All right.
oh my god, that's like the third interruption.
We can start over if we want. We can keep it short.
I might, we're good.
'Cause I think we talked a lot. All right.
And so on and so forth. Where were we again?
Well, I wanted to ask you one of your followers sent you a question.
All right.
Like, what are your thoughts on ROX?
I like ROX. Because Ends has been very nice and stuff like that. People are very nice. Yeah. Donnie's nice. Seb's nice. Joshua's a nice guy. Max is a nice guy. Elise is a nice person. And so on and so forth. And really good company. The only thing I would have to say is like the story, for the undisputed title is a little bit confusing. Because the undisputed tag tournament, and then you don't know exactly who are the teams, because it just seems like it's been just teams thrown out the random and stuff like that. Because
I mean, it's hard to find teams nowadays.
No, I know, because you barely see tag team wrestling nowadays in Call.
Except me and Logan. Except
brother.
Yeah.
Or better yet, Eric and Cassius.
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah.
And Sean O'Reilly 2.0. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw something a little bit different here. What are your thoughts on I'm gonna say CTO brand split?
I actually think it's a great idea because Corruption had an issue where a lot of guys and a lot of divas didn't get used, and personally, I know I had this issue before. I once got heat over it, and again with the whole consistency, language series, guys. Exactly, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like you're waiting on a league, and you gotta wait your turn, and you're new, but you're eager. So when you join, and they say, all right, you'll be in episode 3, and they're in episode 2, but then it takes months. I mean, they're in episode 1, and it takes months to actually produce the first episode, and it takes months to produce the second, which, all right, I get it, it's a show, but now this is a brand split. There's more time, it's more spots to fill, more guys can get a little bit of spotlight, because back in the day, it wasn't about winning the championship, it wasn't about, all right, how many times, having an important role. It was all about, all right, I'm on YouTube, hell yeah, oh shit, look at me.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember first joining Call, and I had that same mentality of, oh hey, I'm gonna be on YouTube, and so on and so forth, and yada yada yada, because back then I used to do competitive, and I was so hyped to be on YouTube or in a video and stuff like that. But nowadays, I was just people are more focused on, hey, trying to pull on the best match they can get a match of the year, 6-star matches, 5-star matches, and so on and so forth, and yada yada yada. It makes it a little bit fun, because it goes to show that people are actually putting in the work and getting a little bit competitive when it comes to trying to be the best they can be. But in the end of the day, when you think about it, it's just a video game. Because personally, oh hey, sure, we're doing all this, we're putting out content and stuff like that, but this ain't benefiting us in the actual form of life. It's only here just to help us pass the time or keep us entertained while we have other important things to do.
Actually, for me, I've talked to a lot of people in all these years. It's more like an escape. Sometimes you come here, you play games, you role play this certain person. It's just to escape a reality that you might not like, or that right now is it's more fun for you to be this person. It's I understand that. It's I used to critique it so much back in the day. I was an asshole. I'll admit it. I was an asshole. I'm probably still an asshole. Probably immature sometimes. Probably I don't know how to. I know you and me suffer from this. Maybe we don't know how to express ourselves, and it turns out we actually insulted somebody.
Yeah.
But
Like
we
the
don't
thing is
mean
with
it
me,
like that.
the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the type of person to sugarcoat shit. Why do you think I ask pretty much anybody new I face or someone I work with, you want me to be honest with you or do you want me to lie to your face? Because I don't want to sit there and like lie to them, because the majority of them that I've asked that question, they've sat there and told me, hey, I want you to be honest, and so on and so forth. I give them this critique. Some people may take it offensively, or some people may take it into consideration and use that to get better. Because personally, sometimes I'll admit, sometimes I can be brutally honest, keyword brutally, and stuff like that. And half the time, I'll admit, sometimes I do things a little bit too far. Not gonna lie, but
Nobody's
I'm not
more
like I'm not trying
nobody,
to like
nah,
when I give it
nobody's more honest than Wilson in 2014.
exactly.
That nigga was a savage.
I remember having personal problems with Will. I mean, wait, you say Wilson?
Yeah, Wilson. Like
Oh yeah,
Brian
me,
Wilson.
I had a problem with Wilson back on 14, like when I first started out, because like Wilson, he got on my ass with a passion. Major pause. Freaking like. I got jumped like I'm talking like them 7-to-1 attacks and everything on Twitter at the time, because I was bad back then.
He's,
As
he
much
was
as
my
I wanted to
nigga.
leave the community at that time, I didn't leave. I stayed, and I did my time. And I'm still doing my time.
I mean, it was him, Icarus, and Eric, and they were the most savage people in the damn Twitter community.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's where I'm at. We were really immature back in the day. We were assholes, and probably. I know Eric just does it for fun. It's like everybody knows Eric just teasing around.
Yeah, I know Eric's not gonna sit there and try to hurt someone's feelings, because like he only does it just to have fun and joke around. Because if Eric sat there and just like maybe in a sense, if you were to piss him off, I could probably understand him getting on your ass or roasting your ass and stuff like that. But I seriously doubt anyone, like Calvin, Logan, or Eric are trying to, if anyone, unless you piss them off.
Actually,
Because Because I've seen, I think Calvin, but mostly Logan go at it with somebody, mostly Painkiller, like back when RTG was still around, and their arguments half the time were funny.
It would be funny, but like again, it's not that they mean anything wrong. It's like that again, it's the communication, or maybe their jokes. Like you got triggered by them. But this day and age, like everybody gets triggered by everything. It's like
Pretty much.
you can say, yo, I'm Puerto Rican. It's like, oh my God, he's Puerto Rican, triggered. Shit, get Trump in here. It's like, oh, okay.
Or maybe yeah, like
But-
someone sits there like whatever, like that one time with I think it was Joey and Morgan.
Delete the footage, boy. You will.
Oh my God. For like that week, I believe, or that day. But like the situation with Joey and Morgan, I feel as if just taking a look back at it, just taking a little bit ridiculous, because like, oh hey, what was Joey's tweet even made about?
Oh, you
It
mean
didn't
the
even seem
whole
offensive.
Divas thing and role playing? Something
Yeah,
like that?
because like, yeah, something like that. Because I do believe like Joey got like attacked by people like for I don't know.
Again,
probably,
he was expressing his opinion, and everybody just
Like-
fucking
like,
gets
that's
triggered
the
by
thi-
opinion.
That's the thing about the community that I will get. I somewhat don't understand. You're going to expect honest opinions. You're going to expect people to give you critiques or criticism and stuff like that. It's only up to you how you can handle it. Either one of two things can happen in this scenario. Number one, they could take what they say under consideration, use that to get better or improve, or probably wouldn't care about it, or they'll get offended by it and then go on Twitter and subtweet about it, and then they'll have like a bunch of people go at this one person and make it seem like this one person's the bad guy over something so small.
It's like, yeah, it's like something that you remember when Joey and he said something about the Brotherhood, like, oh shit, everybody in the Brotherhood got triggered. Like he's saying like we are something about we are cancer of the community, or like we're the bad guys in the community. And all right, that was his opinion. Like
That's just an opinion.
I needed to respect it, but I didn't. I actually got really mad at Joey, and it wasn't until a few months ago that we started talking again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It was really immature on my part.
No disrespect to
And
the
I was
homie
like-
Joey. He's a good dude. It's just the opinions nowadays in call like people get offended and stuff like that. Either it's whether if it's the truth or whether it's a lie or stuff like that, but it's something that we all got to move on from. We're going to expect type of things, and we're going to expect type of opinions in the community. And personally, it's only up to us to better ourselves as a person, because like if we're sitting here arguing over one's opinion through a freaking TV screen that we will probably never see in real life whatsoever, maybe if we're lucky or not, freaking it's not going to help us at all. It's only going to divide us even more.
Exactly. It's like when Darren released his top 10 list or something like that. I know a lot of guys got triggered, or the guys that get.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a little emotional. Like, man, Darren, I thought I was OP, man. like, yeah, he had his own list, but you gotta understand, it's his list. You gotta understand, it's his list. If he likes a certain way, then those superstars reflect that sort of way. And all right, they're perfect at that sort of way.
I heard a lot of people. Sorry to cut you off. But I heard a lot of people got offended because they heard that Sean's name was ahead of Amir's in that list or something like that.
All right. Amir cool. You're really cool. Sean is cool. So I don't got beef with anyone.
Yeah.
And I'll say, Sean is really good. He is John Cena basically. Those two are really similar. That they're like the ultimate faces.
Yeah.
And Brian Amir is like, he can actually, if you fuck up, he'll make it look good, and he can go with anybody. I personally feel like Sean O'Reilly, Sean, you my homie, but I feel like Amir is a bit higher. That's my list, right? And people can have their different lists. It's a whole list. Nobody gives a shit about my list. I'm just saying my list. But I feel like Brian Amir is like universally more capable of hanging out. Oh, this guy got a different style. All right, he circles around him like he's just good. He's really good. It's like Joshua Phoenix. He's really good. Okay, you fuck up, he'll make you look good. He can carry your ass, even though he'll critique you and subtweet you for hell, or like they'll just, oh damn nigga, you need to practice. But in a good way, by the way. But like they can actually do it. They can actually do a 20-minute match. They can actually do a 30-minute match without actually making it boring. And that's why I think they should be ranked higher. Now Sean good, he top 10, but I believe Amir is higher than him. That's my belief. Y'all can have whatever the fuck you want to believe. Maybe you believe another thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get involved in that whole list shit. Leave that to Jericho or some mess like that. That mess sounded so cringy from my mouth, but yeah, freaking Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. The topic because I feel like we got two more things we can discuss before we close it out here. The idea, the whole subject behind the quote unquote edited match. Ooh.
I mean, I get both sides. Like back in 2K14, I didn't have any editing. Like I couldn't edit shit. So if I wanted to produce a good match, I had to make sure my shit was tight. I had to make sure I didn't fuck up. Because if I didn't fuck up, whatever I produced was gonna be shown. So I got into that mentality where, all right, I fucked up. I want to restart that. Which edits are a good way to do stuff that we couldn't do. I know where simulation started. Virtue stated that in a tweet. I know where simulation started. We all know that. The kid. Yeah. All right. It's an art, right? You do what he does, but in real life, people actually do that. Like they call their matches during the match, and people actually plan their matches before the match.
Yeah, because I remember. Like back in the time of like old gen, when everybody was still on old gen before this whole PS4 or Xbox One shit and stuff like that. Like back then, like if you botched in a match, no one really cared. That was just, oh hey, you botched. Okay, try to either repeat the spot or just play it off as if, oh hey, so and so's selling it, or you're gonna sell the botch or something like that, or just taunt to the audience just to play it off. But nowadays, like you look at Call nowadays, the editing, the stuff, and it's everywhere and so on and so forth. Even though I don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with it. I'm all keen about the editing because it just comes back to a time where like back then we wouldn't really care about a botch. Nowadays we are so gonna be
perfectionists. We became
we're perfectionists. That's what I was looking for. But yeah. But now, I personally feel as if the editing is not really a bad thing, because I understand people are going to try to use the edits either to their advantage or try to cover up something, and so on and so forth, because everybody's trying to have that match the year qualifier. Everybody's trying to have that 6-star match.
Actually,
everybody's
this
trying
is something
to be like the Leo.
that reminded me of something. Like, people try too hard to do that because, alright, let's say a match was produced, a great match by Darren and Joshua.
Exactly.
Alright, Darren and Joshua have a specific style that, alright, they've been doing for years. And you like that style. You want to do it. But I see too many guys doing the same style, which you can, like, Malachi, you have that style. You do that style too. It's like, I'm not saying, alright, be a heavyweight. I'm not saying, alright, be a pure submissionist, which I would like to see. I'm not saying be a pure high flyer, but I would like to see more variation. Shit. It's like Zodiac, and some other guy, I forgot. Joey and Zodiac and some other guy are the like only, I think Bronson is 7 feet tall. Like they're the only big super heavyweights around.
Or we could just
if I'm missing somebody, Giants, Titans, Giants.
Because personally, wait. What about Elijah DeVille? Couldn't we count him as well?
Yeah, we could count
Elijah
him.
DeVille, yeah.
I mean, look at Bronson. Bronson is the only dude I know that his main car is a big fat car. Like, you don't know how rare that is. No, I'm not. I mean, it's not a joke. Like, I like the car. I may not have like. All right, I'm not cool with the dude, cause I don't like. I never had like a. I don't have beef, but I don't know him really that well. But that whole thing about his image, I like it, cause it's something fucking new. Somebody actually had the balls to not be this pretty boy or not be this super athletic dude,
or submission specialist or high flyer.
Or which is most likely a mixture of submissionist and high flyer. That's the most seen. But I really respect that call. I really respect the call. Like guys like Champ, Edwards, that they're like, alright, they're not that big, but they don't go flying everywhere. Shit, it's like, grounded guys. Like I like those type of guys. They take it to the mat. They take other ways to win. It's like, that's what I'm trying to say. I want to see more variations of those. But again, to each their own. That's my opinion, guys. Come on.
Like I said before, you gotta expect opinions in this podcast. If you don't like what you hear, there's the X button right there.
By the way, somebody asked you, what do you think about Valor?
My thoughts on Valor?
Yeah.
I like what they're doing, bringing in some of the new talents like Tesla and Calvin and a couple of other people, or bringing back some of the old talents. I like Valor. It's a pretty good show. Really nice new feel to it.
That's fair.
I mean, like some people may say, it seems like NGC or RWU or TXW, but no. Sure, just because they have some of these talents from like back in the day, or some of these new talents coming in, that doesn't mean it's trying to be like NGC or RWU. They're doing their own type of thing. They're making their own content. They're producing a lot at a good freaking time, because they're like busy working out the ass to put out content left and right and keep us updated and stuff like that. And it's good to see the consistency that they've been pulling out content left and right and stuff like that. And that's sometimes what, because I can understand editing is a hassle. Trying to get everybody to do their matches is a hassle and stuff like that, because like I'm assuming gonna be bringing back RWF. It's gonna be a hassle to like do all that editing and stuff like that, and yada yada yada. But I like Valor. That was a good show. That was a good show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on TKS? TKS.
I love it. This shit. It's like I saw the recent episode.
And graphics.
Them graphics OP.
Teach me shit.
Oh shit. Like, I can't say anything bad about it because I really like it. It's like, yeah, some superstar, some like women can do better.
My name is Tiffany Arrow,
maybe
and you're watching TKS. I'm sorry, that commercial was so funny.
I actually like that commercial though.
I like the idea behind it. It kind of reminds me of like, I don't know. I must be thinking
Disney
because
Channel.
Well, kind of like
when they used to draw that little mouse on the screen.
A little bit, yeah. Well, I was getting ready to say Attitude Era vibes, but I must be thinking UAW when the Attitude Era vibes. I like UAW as well. Their show is a lot different. It brings that type of Attitude Era vibes to the show. It's a whole lot different. It mixes it up a bit and stuff like that. I like their show.
Yeah, props to Katya. You're doing good.
Nice shit.
Yeah, but yeah, TKS is really good. It's like I saw a tag match and I love the way they set up for that ending. It's like I gotta practice my tag team matches. Shit.
Yeah, I was actually low key thinking about like doing tag team competition, but you barely seen the tag teams nowadays here on Xbox.
I mean, that's just kind of the server's fault on Xbox. Because it's true, people. Servers on Xbox are way worse than servers on PlayStation. I can tell you that.
Freaking, you can't compete on custom arenas. You can't sit here and freaking use or compete in certain matches.
There's no share play.
Exactly. Basically, in a sense, welcome to hell. But yeah,
I wouldn't say that. This actually, I've had more fun recently here. That's why I barely get on PlayStation these days. Like I have more fun. There's more people to talk to. It's like, I don't know. Each time I get on PlayStation, I'm kind of antisocial. I don't know why. I don't know why. Shit. But yeah, I'm not saying any cats are bad. It's just I don't know why I'm antisocial.
I don't know. All right, moving on to the next one. Moving on to the next topic. This is probably going to be the last topic. Now I'm going to have to ask the ultimate question, and then we're going to end it. The terms or the thoughts of the overrated and underrated.
Man, I feel like Joey and Denise did this already.
I know, but that was like for somewhat PS4, I think.
I feel it's necessary. I feel like it's necessary because there are times.
Because I already know I'm overrated.
No, actually, there are times it's necessary to have those.
Don't you say I'm underrated because Lord knows I'm not.
I'm not gonna. No, hell no. I'm not gonna say you're underrated. You're a fucking champion, motherfucker. Hell no. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of necessary because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't know who the fuck Aiden Ali is. I'm serious. Like, if it wasn't because Darren be telling, if it wasn't because Darren telling me about this, his young lion, Darren is so fucking hyped for Aiden Ali. It's like, oh shit, if Darren hyped for this, I should start watching his matches.
Oh,
that's why.
Kind of student.
I don't feel overrated is actually needed. I feel like the underrated. All right. Let's be honest, guys. Some of us don't fucking watch the whole show sometimes. Some of us don't. If somebody posted a simulation match, just a simulation match, I know the majority of you ain't seeing it.
You suck!
Remember that one time during that, sorry to cut you off, but remember that one time during Eric's what was it? He was like on the beach and he was sitting there roasting people left and right. He was talking about someone. He said, I know when I'm taking my bathroom breaks.
Oh, I know.
I bet you half of us be doing that. Half of us be doing that. Sometimes we see something we might not be interested in. We go into the bathroom.
I got needs for 5 hours of a show, like shit. But we can pause the damn show. Anyway,
Like
like
I gotta go pee pee.
I was about to say shit. The underrated and overrated list. Oh
Like
yeah,
if you got to
yeah, yeah.
like if you got to pick because this is somewhat Xbox related because you barely hear about much from Xbox nowadays. It's all about that blue side.
No,
But
but I was about to say something about the whole simulation matches where most of y'all never watch. It's like if it ain't Trey Jordans, I love you Trey. What's up, boo? If it ain't Trey Jordans, if it ain't Darren, if it ain't Frisco, if it ain't one of those everybody know guys, y'all ain't gonna watch it. Let's be honest, y'all ain't gonna fucking watch it.
yeah,
Which I reckon. Yeah, because I know this type of mentality because I kind of have it.
because
And
I was like talking to like because I remember I think you were there because like we were all in a party one time and we met Denise Westbrook and she pointed out some good points about sometimes where people don't watch these like the ones who put in work and stuff like that. Now don't get me wrong, Frisco, Trey, Darren, I bet you they put in the work and stuff like that just like everybody else puts in the work.
hell of work.
But there's there are some
Big
people
Tony,
who oh sorry.
No, I was just making fun of Frisco. Fucking Big Tony.
Okay, but yeah, there are some people who, for example, probably don't have to do anything, probably don't put in the work. They just probably mostly tweet and stuff like that, either a tire post or probably role play. Not trying to throw any shade or anything. I'm just saying this is pretty much honest to God truth. Some might not see that as the truth, but you know where we're going with it. Anyway. Some people don't have to do anything. They can probably be popular through either their relevance on social media, the relevance on like some little brief segment, or whether or not so and so is role playing and not like that. But like you see them in the match.
All right. See,
what?
this is the. You asked me about the underrated of Xbox.
The underrated, like if you had to pick your like top 5 for underrated and overrated.
All right, so I'm telling this to all the PlayStation niggas. There are a lot of guys in there that haven't even released a match or released one match, and again, you're not watching it because it's not somebody you think is gonna produce a good match, and you don't want to waste your time. There's a whole lot of them motherfuckers. You got Rise, whatever you want to call it.
Raise. If it was Rise, it'd be R-I-S-E. I know he spelled that wrong.
All right. Again, language barriers.
Freaking, if it was Rise, it would be R-A-Z-Z. If it would be Rise, it'd be R-I-S-E. It's Raise. R-A-Z-E.
Shut the hell up and get your super soup.
Freaking boy. Don't make me throw a
Like he's
burrito
OP
at you.
as a big man. It's like if you want to watch a big man match, go watch him. JTD has an original as fuck gimmick. And like if you ever seen the car, I'm telling you, you gotta watch his matches. Exactly. That's kind of racist though.
I'm just kidding.
And Tiki Wild is a guy from Fortune in this season of CTO. Like him in the ring is like comedy work. If you want a comedy spot, yo, get him. He is really good though, really good. This is this ain't a top 10, right? Because
No, top 5.
It's not-
Top 5.
top 5. Okay, top 5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do 10 because that'd just be a hassle to think about.
Top 10. See, I would say a diva, but a lot of divas get exposure.
And just another thing, real quick, just because we do this list now, don't get mad if you don't hear your name. We watch
Yeah, that's
matches
the top of
and
my
stuff
head.
like that. We watch your matches. We
This
try
is-
to watch your matches and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. Whether we know you or don't know you, this ain't favoritism. This is just giving our honest opinion about who we mostly see, or who we
Oh,
mostly
that
worked with.
The Elias dude, Nathan Kidd,
Yeah.
he changed cars right now, but he really good. It's like he got a good looking car. You should totally tune in for that Elias versus Andrews. I'm gonna tell you, you should go watch it. Probably
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be good.
and
I
watch
know-
Rays versus JTD. Watch that match.
Yeah, I know y'all niggas didn't watch it. You better fucking watch it, or else I'm gonna fucking Rick and bottom y'all asses. And my 5th guy. See,
It's always that last.
I feel
one that
like
gets
y'all.
everybody.
I feel like y'all don't give Zodiac credit. I mean, yeah, sometimes like he is one of the only super heavyweights. He can do that role pretty well. It's just that some people don't like him because of the way he acts in the party. It's like I know most of y'all are. Okay, let's be real. Everybody, we are all we. We are fucking fighting over a WWE game. Like not fighting in the game. I mean drama. If you ever had a drama in the Twitter because of a game, you are weird. I'm weird. Malachi weird.
I personally would rather see more drama from Call of Duty players than anyone in COD, because like this is just the terms of like, because like some people might complain about whether if they go over or not. Some people might complain about getting a not title opportunity or whether something doesn't go their way and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. It's not a big deal, because in the end of the day, this game does not give us money. This game does not put a roof over our head, clothes on our backs, food in our stomachs. It is just a game to entertain us while we sit there and go out in the real world and make something out of ourselves. This does not help us in any form of fashion.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm getting that sim money, boy. Oh,
Boy,
got
I knew you were gonna say that.
Man. New Age Horizon owes me my last paycheck. Frisco, I thought you was some big money shit. You better give me that check, boy.
The Farrakhan Frisco.
Yeah, Zodiac would be my last pick.
So that was the top
What about
5
you?
for underrated. Because remember, you got.
I'm not
top
saying
5 for-
overrated.
You a wussy.
I'm not. Why should I say overrated?
Well, I
Like,
don't
if you're
blame
doing
you
a good-
because there are gonna be, well, like I said, there's gonna be opinions in this and stuff like that. And if you don't like what you hear, there's the X button or the dislike button.
No, because people say overrated, and most people think, oh, the guys who are on every show or the guys that are used a lot. If they're used a lot and they're in every show, it's because they have hustle. Overrated is that people hype you up and you don't deliver. And I feel like the only guys that caught my attention aren't exactly overrated, because people saying you might be overrated, but you actually produce good matches. You actually produce a lot of matches. You actually put in the work. Like, I haven't seen a guy or haven't played with a guy that's like that.
Who's all hype but no bite.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
what about you?
Now
What
I
are
think
what's your list, boy?
Now that I think about it, I ain't gonna do overrated either.
No.
No, you convinced me.
Boy.
You giving me a legitimate
This is
reason.
your
This ain't me.
podcast.
This ain't me avoiding anything. This is me thinking about it because you gave an actual legitimate reason as to why. Because personally, I have fought so many people on Xbox, and I have yet to find someone who, well, I guess maybe I haven't worked with certain individuals yet because, you know, some people want to do matches, some people don't want to do matches. I don't know, but freaking, you gave a legitimate reason, and personally, I can agree with that. I haven't really fought anyone who is all talk but no bite. Not yet, though.
Yeah.
Not yet. But when that happens, I'll come back to you, and then I'll let you guys know. But if I had to personally say top 5 for underrated, some may agree with this list, some may disagree.
But you gotta give it a PS4 side too.
Oh, I gotta give it. Wait, did you give a PS4 side?
Nah, but I don't want to talk about PS4.
Oh lord.
I don't know.
Oh lord.
I don't. There's a list of guys underrated, but like I've been passing a lot of time here, so.
All right. I'm gonna start with the Xbox One side because I'm low-key nervous. Not gonna lie. But number 5, I would have to give to Raze. Reason why Raze is because really impressive work he has shown as a big man. It's actually pretty shocking how he went from being like a light heavyweight or a cruiserweight to like this big man who's actually broken out as Raze and stuff like that. Because like I personally felt like he wasn't really feeling it with like CGB. CBH and CJ Bryant. I felt like he didn't feel like he wasn't really going somewhere with those two characters. But then when he became Raze, oh man, that's where he started bringing in the customers. That's where he started bringing in getting people's attention and stuff like that. Because like personally, it's a rarity whenever you see a big man anymore. because I mean, sure we got Sean O'Reilly, sure we got Brody, sure we got sure we got
Bomber.
Aaron Bomber, yeah, don't forget about Bomber, and sure we got, I bet there's
We got Freddie Fisher. There are.
There's so many
we
big
got
ones.
more heavyweights over here than I think we got more heavyweights over here than on PlayStation.
so many big men that I barely see in used and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they'll become something. Or maybe 2K18, whenever that game goes out. All right, number 4 would have to be JTD. Now,
Yeah,
I remember first
sure.
meeting JTD. I didn't really know what to think of JTD because, like, he showed me one of his calls and it was like some sort of American call or something like that. It felt weird. But then, like, when I fought his other call, JTD, and this was like our first match that we did that was recorded. It was not communication. He was in a party off on his own. I was in a party off on my own. The match, I enjoyed it because it was just simple, nothing complex, nothing too over the top, just a simple, normal, regular match and stuff like that. Like, from big impactful moves to going back to the basics and stuff like that, which made it really interesting and enjoyable for me. Number 3 would have to be Brody. Reason why, and I know a lot of people are gonna probably sit there and say, why you pick the racist? Why you pick the racist? And yada yada yada. Okay. Here's the thing. I've worked with Brody so many times and stuff like that, and Brody has literally gone out. Now, maybe the run as RPW champion wasn't good because, you know, he didn't have the necessary. His reasoning is because he didn't have the necessary tools to, like, promote himself. He didn't have a form of recording, even though he could probably use Twitch or the DVR glitch or Beam or whatever the hell we got over here to record. And he couldn't cut promos because, you know, family is probably gonna bust in and tell him to shut up. Lord knows I haven't had that happen to me multiple times and stuff like that. But Brody has the potential of becoming a serious major threat when it comes to being a big man. This is something that I've seen, for example, when I fought him for the global title in that one match. You could have had the pleasure of commentating that match and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. I wanted to sell the fact that, hey, Brody is a serious, dangerous individual in the ring, because I had him kick my ass throughout somewhat the majority of the match, but personally I enjoyed it because, like I said, it's like fighting you, it's like fighting Rays, it's like the type of underdog feel. I'm not gonna lie, there is at times where I kinda do miss it, but personally I'm not gonna be an underdog forever because I've been told by guys like Frisco, a couple of people, hey, you're not gonna be an underdog forever. And that's true.
I mean, the way you're winning matches, Indomitable was a better title. Cause actually I was in the bandwagon where, god damn nigga, you beating everybody. You ain't no damn underdog.
Now
You fucking Roman Reigns, boy.
No, I ain't no damn Roman Reigns, but I'm gonna say, probably people are gonna Photoshop my face on Seth Rollins' body or something like that, hitting Roman Reigns in the back. But I'm gonna resolve one certain I'm gonna solve one interpretation on the term indomitable fighter. I know I have lost matches before. I have, but here's the thing: when I call myself indomitable fighter, I base it off because I used to take Taekwondo. There's a thing called tenets of Taekwondo, right? And then there's this thing called indomitable spirit. Basically, through the mind and through the spirit, it cannot be conquered whatsoever. That's where the term indomitable fighter comes from. Not through matches or win-loss records, through the mind and spirit is where the term indomitable fighter comes from. So, just to clear up that confusion, that's why I call myself that.
Here's the thing about Brody. We were talking about Brody.
Yeah.
Brody is... Alright. I want Brody to be Brody from 2014. Because Brody from 2014 was a beast. Like, that guy can go toe-to-toe. Like, it was good matches produced. But Brody, like, I don't know what's happening with his life. Like, he got finals. I don't know if he got a job. He got his girlfriend.
I think he said he's done with that. With finals and stuff like that.
But I feel like he needs to, like, get back to his 2014 roots.
Remember when he was just silent but deadly? Didn't talk whatsoever, just literally kicked anybody's ass, decimated anybody. That was when, like, he was Adriana Shapova's client, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah. I know Scarlett. My bad, Scarlett. But I know Scarlett is still has his issues. I know people still sour for that comment. Hell, I was a little bit sour for that comment because I don't know what it hit kind of like everybody. It was kind of a mean. It was kind of a really mean comment
Really
made by Brody.
really offensive.
And-
But like the story behind it, if I were to explain it now, it would just sound ridiculous and stuff like now.
Nah, it's the past. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
it's the
like,
past. I'm pretty sure people have moved on. Maybe not. I don't know. But freaking, you're not. Seriously,
people
you can't let this one thing. This one. I mean, I know it's offensive and stuff like that. And trust me, I was offended when I first heard it myself. But you can't let this one thing hold. Like you can't hold this grudge for a lifetime. If you hold this grudge for a lifetime, it's not healthy.
Nah, but I mean, like everybody deserves another chance.
Yeah.
I just hope that Brody can deliver in that second chance, because Brody's the only one holding Brody back. That is the one thing I can take away. Brody is the only one holding Brody back. Once Brody really gets into that mentality, how he was in 2014, and how the game has changed. Because all right, let's be honest. There has been racist people. What do you call the people that are the guys that don't believe that women are should be treated as the same as men? Yeah, there are sexist guys, like in the community. There are a lot of guys in the community, but you can't just attack them like that. You gotta like show them, at least try to educate them. Because if you go start something, it's not gonna better anything. You're not gonna change his mind screaming at somebody. You gotta change his mind making fun of him. Exactly.
Worst. Excuse me.
But yeah, so Brody's your last pick.
Wait, no. I think that was number 3.
no,
That was
Brody.
3. I still got 2 more left.
Oh shit.
2 more left. Damn, where are these last 2 gonna be? Because like.
What about your rookies? You've been training a lot of rookies.
Yeah, a lot of people have been coming to me. And some people might not recognize these names because no one has heard of these names before.
Exactly, that's why they're rookies.
But I know that's why in my eyes I feel as if they're underrated. But as soon as they break out, I guess I can mention them. But for now, I'm gonna mention people that we already know. It's not favoritism or anything. This is just me. Basically, so people can understand. Who I pick. And stuff like that. So.
Who you got?
This is tough. Because I literally already said 3 of the ones I think who are underrated. I don't know anymore.
I mean, think about the CTO, Fortune.
That's what I'm thinking.
You got UAW. I mean, Duncan doesn't get that much recognition.
I know, but personally, I feel as if I guess I can say he's number 2. Because
I feel like the whole future gimmick, I'm the future gimmick.
That's the only thing I have a problem with.
Honestly, I think he should drop it.
The future gimmick, because I remember talking to Scarlett about this, and he said it himself. He should just ditch the future gimmick, go full Indigo. Ricky's telling me it doesn't make sense. I'm like, how does it not make sense though? You're in the Indigo children. Why would you not go full Indigo? I've told him myself. Because personally,
I mean, Seven, Calvin, they all represent Indigo full-fledged. Like Calvin's the Indigo Knight. Like I think Duncan need to move more into that position.
Or better yet,
like if he wants to be Indigo, like nobody obligating him to be Indigo, but he should totally drop the future gimmick.
I told him and this was a suggestion I gave to him, and he could probably vouch for me. I told him instead of because I feel as if he can get serious, because remember Jay Crimson from 16 where he was all aggressive and shit, going as the moniker.
He still is. Bro.
Oh, Jay Crimson, I haven't seen really, the last time I saw a Jay Crimson match was, well, I wouldn't really say it was a match, it was more like a, hey, so-and-so interrupted me, I'm gonna kick his ass. It was like Lions Den and stuff like that. The last match I saw him was versus Prince Strider, or Namo is what he's going by now. Namo. What is it?
Namu?
Namu?
Namu.
Oh,
is
Namu?
it? How's the call? Describe me the call.
He supposedly once went under the moniker of Prince Strider, but really he was the predecessor. And then, like, I guess I don't know what Strider did, but I guess he did it to where they revealed to him as Namo now, because like at the time he was somewhat impersonating Alex Strider himself. That's what people were thinking. And then like all of a sudden 2017 or 2K17 come rolling by, he's now Namu. Remember his remember the match he had at Heatwave with Jay Crimson where he shaved Crimson's hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about. Yeah, I haven't, that was the last match of Jay Crimson I saw. That and the one he had with Chris Brett.
I faced him a few times on PlayStation. That nigga aggressive as fuck.
Yeah.
He's actually like Brian Wilson.
Yeah. I personally feel as if Ricky Duncan doesn't really get as much recognition as he does. The only time I remember Ricky Duncan getting the recognition was either probably for that tap out commercial or the match he had with me on 17 and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. But I told him, I gave him a suggestion or an example. I said you could probably pull off an aggressive or serious type of thing when like Jay Crimson was going under the moniker of the only god of the fighting world and stuff like that, because I kind of see some ideas from that can branch on to Ricky Duncan a little bit and stuff like that. Either that or do something where, hey, he's no longer Indigo and he's like feuding with Scarlet, because that's something I kind of want to see personally. Him feuding with Scarlet.
I would
like,
see that.
Like, have one member of the Indigo Children walk away, and Scarlet ain't gonna.
I mean, it has to be Duncan or Calvin.
It can't be Calvin because Calvin's full-fledged. Seven,
yeah, but see,
no.
Nah, 7 no. It has to be either Duncan or Calvin, which are the top 2-tiered Indigo. I mean, Scarlet's the leader, but I mean like the two right and left hand of him. Like, it has to be one of them. It makes much more sense.
I remember when Gary Frank was an Indigo member.
Damn. Indigo has enough members to face the Brotherhood now.
I personally feel as if the Indigo Children. I cannot talk today. I feel as if the Indigo Children could use a bit more members and stuff like that.
Nah, see, that's the thing. Nah, because just because the Brotherhood has a lot, we didn't fucking plan the thing. We just bonded together. We were a group of friends, and we just started. All right, let's do this. It's like they shouldn't make a whole fucking half the roster of shit. Keep it like 3, 4, 5.
I know.
Because Cassius and Eric do their own thing.
Yeah,
basically,
that's what I'm saying. They're the elite.
Cruz,
they're the elite of the Brotherhood and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like it's Austin Cruz, Eric, Logan, Darren, Brian, Sabin. Sabin's also there, but doesn't mean you have to add members. They're good where they are.
Yeah, I personally feel like Ricky Duncan could do something. You just gotta give him something to do. He needs to just drop the future thing, because like it's not like there's nobody who calls himself the future, which has been said by so many people. I think myself included.
I think he just took it from Seth Rollins.
Because I remember at the time he wanted to be like Seth Rollins, but but moving on from that, last pick. Oh, this is a tough one. I cannot think. Lordy. This actually next one might be shocking. I would have to say
don't shock the world. Actually, yeah,
I would have to say
he's been a world
Kikuchi.
champion.
Sure, he's been a world champion. But like, I guess now he's gotten to a point where he has something to prove, you know, because he went from being a former world champion, getting fired from the company, being a former tag team champion, somewhat departing from the company again, coming back, and now he's like on a journey to like getting back to the top, like the king who's trying to reclaim his lost throne and stuff like that. I feel as if Trey has a lot to prove.
I feel like Trey and Aaron knowing Trey and Aaron, like I've talked to Aaron these days, knowing them, like they probably got plans Because I know they're not just gonna let Kid Gucci do nothing except, yeah, right after they did a triple threat with Eric and Sean. Like I know Kid Gucci, they're gonna do something with him.
Hands down, that match was a whole lot better than the one we did at Redemption. I'm just gonna say that right there. I've said that numerous amount of times.
Again, the editing sucked.
I had to edit, okay, because Logan had some technical difficulties with his editing software. And stuff like that, okay? So you slow your roll,
Alright,
big man.
alright.
You slow your roll, big man. Don't you talk about, because if I had because I didn't have Camtasia at the time. If I had Camtasia back then, the match would have been better. But yes, it doesn't matter. What's done is done. You can't go back and change it. Only learn from it. I feel Kid Gucci.
You know
aka
why it
Trey.
hurts you so much?
Why?
That match was your first title.
That was
And
my
it should've
first
been epic.
pay-per-view.
But
like I
that
said-
should have been an epic match. That's why it's kind of, god damn, whoever
like I
edited-
said, I can't do anything. We can't do anything to go back and change it. The only thing we can do is learn from it. Learn from your mistakes, and then you go back and do better. Who the heck is ringing my doorbell at this time of the hour? I ain't leaving. But yeah, in my opinion, I feel as if Trey has a lot to prove and a lot to do. And the only problem I would have to say is branch out. Like,
You grew up
it's
so
like,
fast.
like I feel as if the whole being under the one league moniker thing or whatever you want to call it is a bit redundant. I understand because Trey has a lot on his plate, from like extra side projects to Fortune to Voltage maybe to Corruption and to the entire league entirely. If that made sense.
I would say the top. I would say Trey is up there with Frisco, Darren. Sharks is getting is a workhorse right now. Peyton too.
Urkhurst.
And,
Urkhurst.
Katya doing well. It's like there are a lot of bookers and all that are editors that are really putting forth, stepping. Some are actually stopping the sim and going into production. It's like, ah, shit. They actually found something new, passionate. Like, you gotta respect that.
Exactly. I respect
yeah,
that
that's
about
your-
people. They try to find the time and they try to come up with some ideas so they can either promote themselves, a league, or somebody else, and so on and so forth. I respect that.
Yeah,
That's
like
all-
we were
that's-
talking today.
Mhm.
It's like I've been guilty of this. I've not considered the hard work they done. Like when I left BDG or how Darren planned my storyline like a whole year's worth. Like that shit was gonna go to 2K19, and well, it fell through. My fault. But the whole thing is like they work so hard for y'all to be lazy. Don't you dare do that to them. It's like, god damn, them niggas plan shit out for you. It's like, all right, you're not a world champion, all right, you're not in a major role, but they put you in their show. It's like you owe it to them. They're making you being seen. Again, I'm guilty of this, but I'm just saying, like, for one of those rookies or guys that think they need a major role, just remember that Malachi is doing you a solid, Darren doing you a solid. They're doing you a solid. That's the point. It's like people asked to be on Joey's heat wave. I didn't, because I just came back from being cool with the guy. I'm not gonna ask him just right there when I apologize to him. Yo, can I be on heat wave? It's like, you know how that's gonna look. Hell,
Actually, I remember Joey coming to me and asking me, "Hey, you want to do a match for me?" But if I was like, "Depends what would I be doing?" He said, "You would be fighting Logan, you'd be losing." I'm like, "I wish I could, but I can't. I'm trying to focus on this one league stuff and so on and so forth. I really don't have the time, and so on and so forth."
You should have accepted. You should have accepted.
But hey, Logan got a good match with
Joey
Legend.
I mean, Joey tried to do yeah, he did, but he tried to make me do a tag match, and to be honest, like, I didn't think I deserved it, because I was a dick to him. And I was like, have Malachi, Logan, or Eric have a match. Let them have a little bit of spotlight, because I know you and Eric trying to promote your matches. Like that'd be a cool place. I know that he needed a tag team, but honestly, I didn't see myself there because I was a dick to him.
Alright, I feel as if we got the top 10 out the way. And we really need to wrap this up because it's literally been 84 minutes, surprisingly.
God damn, whoever stuck around, y'all, I owe y'all. God
Whoever
damn,
stuck around, that's
Babylon.
dedication right there.
I love you. No, I mean a little bit of homo.
And
Love
now we
Thank
reach
you.
the final question. The final question that even the entire community has been asking for quite a while. Do you prefer pineapple on your pizza?
Hell yeah! I spent a month on fucking Hawaii.
Ew.
I did my tattoo in Hawaii. They give you pineapple hamburgers. Your dessert got pineapple. Hell, man, I had to live on that damn island eating pineapple every day, and it tastes good as fuck. So fuck y'all, whoever don't like pineapple on pizza.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, I don't like you no more. I
That's
don't like you
delicious.
no more.
Man, nobody likes you anyway. Shit.
Boy,
Pineapple on
that's
pizza is delicious.
disgusting.
It's delicious.
Who would
Delicious.
really like? Who would put something sweet on something salty like a pizza? That just sounds disgusting. I swear to God, watch
You know
us get
what?
so much heat for this.
For the pineapple thing, hell yeah. That's the only
Freaking-
thing that's gonna get
it's
heat in this damn
nasty.
podcast. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck anybody that said pineapple don't go on pizza.
Boy, I swear to God.
Have you tried it? Have you tried it?
I've tried it. And the first time I tasted it, it just tasted nasty, like the juices of the pineapple all over the pizza.
Man, I bet you put cereal before the milk, man. God damn.
Wait, you pour milk in your bowl before you place the cereal?
Hell yeah.
What? Dude, I put cereal in there first and then I pour the milk.
Man, I gotta fucking remember I'm a damn bodybuilder, so I gotta have that milk measured. So I put the milk and then I put the cereal measured too. It's you know what? I retract that. That's weird. I'm weird. But the pineapple do is good.
Yeah, it's more nasty when like the juices get on your hands and it's all sticky after this. But yeah,
Damn,
I think
that's
we've
nasty.
yeah, it's pineapple.
Pineapple good.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's good individually, not on pizza.
Whatever you say, fam.
But yeah, I think we reached a good extent or a good length. Freaking 86 minutes. Jesus damn Christ.
Again, whoever stuck around, I love you.
That's dedication right there. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching the
So-
Wrestling Undercove podcast. This has been your boy, the Weekend Guard,
Gracias. Boo. Bye.
Indomitable Fighter. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.